welcome to day 4 of Vlogmas. Honestly, I'm impressed I've got this far without needing to take a break so far, but I'm feeling good just now. Got the tiniest little bit of this left, and it's the first sunscreen ever that I've repurchased because I've been on a sunscreen testing, trying to find the right one journey, and I love this one. I love like the glassy look that it gives me. Some people maybe look at me and think, why is that girl making herself look so shiny? But I love that look, and I love the way this sunscreen makes me look and feel, so would recommend. Shall link it below. I once again have spent my morning editing yesterday's Vlogmas. I think that is just my routine and I'm quite liking it. I managed to do it a lot quicker this morning as well, so I've not lost quite as much of my morning. It's currently just after 10 and my haircut is at 12:30, and it takes an hour to get to where I get my haircut, but the drive there is out of this world, so I want to take a few stops along the way to show you guys the journey to get there. In the summer I would get a little ferry. I would get the Glenelg ferry to get there, which is the only manually operated steel turntable ferry left in the world. I love dropping a Glenelg ferry fact for you all, but the ferry doesn't run in the winter, so I need to drive there. So I go up over the Mamre again, which has, I would maybe say, one of my favourite views in the whole of the Highlands when you get to the top, and I feel it's got a view down onto Loch Duich and Five Sisters of Kintail, and the mountain in our back garden has got some snow on it, so I'm thinking the Five Sisters might possibly have snow on them today, so it could be absolutely stunning. So I can't wait to show you. So I want to make sure I leave with plenty of time, because along the way as well is one of my favourite woodlands in the whole of the Skye and the Calsh area, so I want to walk Nuala en route as well. The house that I lived in before this one was a little rental semi-detached ex-council house in Balmacara, which is a lovely area, and that's actually where the woodland is that I want to go for a walk, because that's where I used to walk Nuala all the time when we lived there. And when I lived in Balmacara, I also lived next door to who is now my hairdresser. And while I lived there, that's where we brought Nuala home to. Not long after we got Nuala, Katie and Lewis, our neighbours, Katie, my hairdresser, got little Jessie, the Cocker Spaniel. And Nuala and Jessie are the two best friends that you could ever imagine. They bring out the little puppy in each other, and Katie takes Jessie to the building that Katie does her hairdressing in is an old bothy, so I shall refer to it as the bothy. Katie takes Jessie to the bothy, so I always take Nuala with me to get my hair cut so she can get a play with Jessie. And when Katie and Lewis quite often look after Nuala for us when we're away, and she'll take Nuala to be a little hairdresser's assistant for the day. So Nuala absolutely loves a little day out to the bothy, and she absolutely freaking adores Jessie and Katie. She adores them both. That's the morning I have in store. Hopefully I have time to stop a few times for you and take Nuala a little walk en route as well. You coming? Made it to my woodland walk on time to get a little lap of the woods in. It's just been raining, so it's that lovely petrichor smell where it's like just so earthy and so nice. It is funny though, I forget when it comes to woodland walks they're maybe not quite as good in the winter because there's no leaves on the trees. So one downside about Skye is the majority of the time that you're walking in woodland, it's not usually native woodland, it's usually forestry woodland. So kind of like spruce and pine trees. When you're in somewhere like this, it's lovely spaced out Scots pines and like a mossy forest bed where you can just tell loads of things live. It's just so nice. It's mad because the old name for Scotland is Caledonia, which means the wooded place. So Scotland used to be 95% tree cover, and now it's like 11 or something, and an even smaller fraction of that is native, which is sad. But there are things in place trying to like reinstate the native woodland. Like if a native tree were to start growing amongst a forestry plantation, the forestry are not allowed to cut down that native tree, which looks weird to people that aren't used to seeing something like that. Like it's sometimes these massive felled areas and then just these random little scraggly trees left, and that is because they're native trees and they're not allowed to be chopped down. Usually I would go sit on that bench there and just sit and look out and enjoy, but I am in a little bit of a rush, so I better keep going. I've arrived at the top of the Mamra again with a little bit of time to show you this view. Are you ready for this? Incredible. Okay, I've got 5 minutes to get down the other side of the glen, so I better go. That's the Five Sisters of Kintail there. And I don't know the official name of this one, but it gets called the Giant's Knuckle. In the land of glorious Glenelg. I arrived just on time, but Katie's running a bit late, so I've just taken Nuala and Jessie a little walk. There's Jessie! Cute girl, hello! Nuala turns into such a herding dog when she's with Jessie. Good dogs. Who is this herding dog? What a place to come to get your hair cut. It's probably best they burnt off some of their steam out in a walk before I sit in a hairdresser's chair for an hour or so. So the building that I get my hair cut in is that one there. I thought I would just stop at this viewpoint one more time and also show you my hair because I absolutely love it. Katie's a genius and it feels so healthy and lovely and I'm chuffed to bits. I've just pulled up at the Co-op to grab a few things, and across from the Co-op in Broadford, you can't see it very well because it's rainy, but there's this little market square, and just with its little Christmas lights, it's looking quite tantalising. So I think I might go over there. There's also a little food truck called the Market Kitchen, which I might grab a little something from. I've only been once, and it was on the day that they opened. It was actually my friend Rona who opened it with her partner Salvatore, and they've had a baby recently, so I don't think they'll be at it. But yeah, I've not been since they opened, so I'll see if anything's taking my fancy. It is now like 4 o'clock, and because my appointment was at 12:30 and then Katie was running late, so I've not had lunch, so I'm kind of starving. But if I eat now, it's also going to be my dinner, but then I'm also kind of heading to the knitting thing at 6:30, so maybe it can be like a kind of lunch dinner situation. I'll see what I feel like when I get over there. It is a sin that Katie has just done my hair so nice and now I've been rained all over, but we soldier on. My friend was there at her food van. It was so nice to get to catch up with her. She actually, I think I maybe said before I went there, but she had a baby recently, so she hasn't been there, but she was there. So also I'm the most easily influenced person in the world, and the two girls that were before me in the queue ordered a BLT and a hot chocolate. And that is exactly what I ordered. I really shouldn't be eating a meal out today because I have eaten out a lot in the last few days, but I always justify it by it's supporting my friends and their businesses, but so many of the cafes and businesses are now people that are my friends, so that's not great for the bank account, but it's great for the soul. I popped some sriracha on it, which is really yum. I was literally thinking earlier that I wanted to dress a bit festive for this crochet Christmas bauble class, but I didn't really have anything, and then Lee's just come home with a Christmas jumper for me. So I've spoken about Caitlin and Sonna Design on here a million times, but she has done some Christmas jumpers. This means Merry Christmas in Gaelic, and she has sent Lee home with a jumper for both of us. So I feel ready for a Christmas bauble making class now. I think it maybe goes with this skirt, but not sure. One of us is gonna have to change. Lee's cooking up some pasta for dinner. Oh, that looks really nice with the wine and the pasta steaming behind it. And he's even gonna lovingly grate the cheese as well and not make me get up and do it. So good of you. Thank you, sir. Yum. What have we got? What's on the menu this evening?
Pasta and sauce.
Pasta and sauce. Nice, quick, simple dinner.
Don't ask me any more than that.
What's the one, the stuffed parcel? Tortellini or something?
Ravioli.
Ravioli. What am I talking about? Tortellini. Lee's mum and dad have got us a Christmas card. That is, it's like a quiz Christmas card. Each day of Advent, test your Christmas knowledge with a quiz question. Open the matching window to reveal the answer. 4 questions then. In the well-known song, what animal is said to have carried Mary and Joseph on their journey to Bethlehem? Oh,
Donkey.
it's a hard one.
A camel.
It's a donkey.
Camel.
It does not. What is the day after Christmas called? Oh, tricky. Or Boxing Day, which one? Maybe that is tricky. How did you do that? Can you do it? Boxing Day.
I'm not wrong.
You never are. How many reindeers does Santa Claus have?
13. Dasher and Dancer, Prancer. Not Dancer.
It didn't say name them, Mr. Know-It-All.
9.
Oh, we were wrong!
8 plus Rudolph.
8 plus Rudolph. 2 out of 3 so
Should
far.
have named them.
Should have, sorry. On Christmas Day, what do you pull a joke out of? A cracker.
Your arse.
That too.
A cracker.
That's a fun wee card, and they've obviously thought about that because we love quizzes. I'm going to the Glenelg quiz tomorrow night, by the way, Katie. So I have to go along. But you won't be here. Wait, maybe that noise is the wind outside.
Well, it was a tail.
No! I don't want to leave the house. Lee takes full advantage of when I'm out because I don't like closing the curtains, but Lee does so.
War films. War films.
I don't like films with guns. Not because I'm like, well, I don't like guns, obviously, but because...
Excuse me? You don't like guns? Sorry, boys.
Put him away. But I don't know, I just don't like the sound of gunfire in films. So Lee's gonna close the curtains and watch gun films. And have a glass of wine. Bye-bye.
Make a Christmas album for me.
I'll be lucky if I even make one for me.
Sneak a bit of cake.
Oh, I will. Bye. Good big glass of wine after that experience. Crocheting is not like the relaxing, wholesome activity that I thought it was going to be, and I don't know why, because I've crocheted before and found it really hard and stressful. This is how much I managed. So it's not a Christmas bauble, not even close, but
It's a little Christmas pudding.
little Christmas pudding, and it was a nice time spent with friends. And now I'm gonna have this glass of wine
Oh shit. That's a candle.
and decompress. Oh no! Oh no! It's on the 4th. Well done. I honestly felt like my, I don't know, like mental energy was gone. That was really concerning. I also just realised I had a weird hair sitting across my face there. But yeah, that was fun, but also stressful, but also fun, and I'm glad I done it. I was just thinking that glass of wine that I had went down really well, and I quite fancied another one, but don't want to open another bottle. And then I remembered this wine advent calendar that I got sent, and it's a bit of a funny one. It's a really, I love the idea of it. I think it's really cool, but also it's funny because you usually open advent calendars in the morning, So opening like a wine advent calendar in the morning is quite funny because obviously you wouldn't have a glass of wine in the morning. But here we are now in the evening opening it. We're actually, what's the date today? The 4th. First day was a white wine. It was a Ramon du Casser. Should probably put that in the fridge. I actually haven't done my Gilmore Girls advent calendar today. This one is a Shiraz. That's what I'm going to have. I love a Shiraz. I think it's my favourite wine actually. This is a Naked Wines advent calendar, by the way. There it is. Pure fine wine quality with a classy balance of fruit and oak complexity and decadent notes of dark cherries and blueberries. Yum! And then I've got a white, so that can go in the fridge as well. The white Christmas we've been dreaming of, with its lovely, minerally and delicious zing up on the finish. This hidden gem, white burgundy, offers amazing value compared to its pricier neighbours. And then on to the 4th, another white, quite a few whites. So this is a mouth-wateringly fruity white from an off-the-beaten-path South African wine paradise. This stunning blend of old vine, Colombard, and there's a lot of hard words here, Chenin Blanc, is the perfect partner in crime for a big Christmas decorating sesh.
What do you call it?
What?
Chenin Blanc.
Yeah.
God, you know better.
What is it?
Chenin Blanc.
Chenin Blanc. Oh, I don't know better than that. I don't know that at all. It'll be interesting to see how they work. So they are like little, I guess you maybe keep them in the box to pour them, I don't know. It probably looks best, doesn't it? I've just got wine on my skirt. Oh. This isn't going very well. This looks like a blood pack that you get when, like, Halloween. I don't think I've done a very good job. I don't think I'm selling this advent calendar very well. Sorry, Naked Wines. It's a decent sized glass. Okay, and I literally just said about advent calendars being meant to be opened in the morning, but
Right.
But I hadn't actually opened mine for today. So Gilmore Girls calendar time. There it is. Another sticker. A look sticker. I need to get a sticker book. Got 2 sets of stickers, a patch, and it's the fact that they didn't even sharpen my pencil for me.
What are you saying on it?
I do love it though. It makes me very happy every time. But I think for like a kid, it'd be nice. Stickers and stuff.
The kids watch Gilmore Girls?
Yeah, probably. So that's that. I'm gonna have this glass of wine. It's Wordle time, but I'm not sure there's much room for me on this couch. Am I coming in here?
Decent.
Oh. Oh, is that nice, Nula? Is that nice? We're going all Highlander on Wordle. Oh, not bad. This is quite a good run so far. All in the right place. Crust. Ah, we ended our good streak. No vowels. That's always going to be a tricky one. Oh, Lee Duncan.
Only vowels I had to be.
Clever boy, this one. Now, how do we convince this little dog to go outside for a pee when she's this cozy and comfy and it's so wild outside?
Hup, hup, hup.
Oh, poor thing.
Come on in.
Hello guys, thank you so much for watching another Vlogmas day 4, I believe. We're still going. Honestly, made it further than I thought without a break. Before I start my skincare, another moment of commotion for the hair. I essentially asked Katie to like make my hair look as thick as possible at the ends because I'm sick of having like scraggly thin ends, and I think it maybe is because I always go too long between haircuts, but I also do just have quite thin hair. And so essentially she gave me a blunt cut with no layers. If that is a look that you also want to achieve, that is maybe what to say to your hairdresser. Little bits of face framing, but no like feathering, or is that what you call it at the front? So yeah, she done the best job, and it's always such a joy. Every time I spend time with Katie, I'm like, Jesus, I need to spend more time with Katie. I was just chatting when I was there, and she mentioned about the Glenelg having a pub quiz on, and it's actually on tomorrow night. So I'm actually going to go back to Glenelg tomorrow, and Katie and her husband, it's so many of my friends have got married this year, it's still so strange to say husband when talking about them and their partners. So Katie and her husband Lewis have just moved into a house in Glenelg, and I've been around, we helped them move in, but I've still not been to stay, and apparently she's just loving like getting her spare room ready for friends to come stay. So I'm gonna go to the pub quiz with Katie tomorrow and stay over in Glenelg. So, oh, the tap just randomly turned on and my cleanser was sitting under the tap in the sink. I'm really trying to get through this. I said a few days ago this was like my treat kind of cleanser, or like my luxury style skincare, but I've got a new cleanser coming. I don't love this cleanser. I don't love any of my cleansers actually, and I've been trying to get to the end of them all, so I'm just powering through this one now. I don't hate, actually, the more I've been using it consistently, I actually don't hate it, but said a million times why, but it's just the fragrance is not for me. I annoyingly can't find a washcloth, so I'm gonna have to use cotton pads to take this off. I'm pretty tired tonight. It's actually after midnight, which is very late for mainly, but I don't know, I think because I was home late I just ended up staying up later, but I'm definitely not getting any big life advice in me tonight, and not any big like kind of in-depth Q&A questions, but I'll see if I can find a fairly easy one. Okay, someone has asked, if you couldn't live in Skye, where would you be? Although I'm not really sure what they mean by couldn't, but I'm just gonna answer that as like, if you didn't live in Skye, where would you be? And I honestly like wouldn't be very far. And very much on the topic of what I've been up to today, I could definitely see myself, and Lee as well has said this before, we could see ourselves living in Glenelg. We absolutely love it. We get along with loads of people there. We love the pub, we love the walks, we love the beach, we love the kind of community feel to the place. 2 minutes. So yeah, even before Katie lived there, she is from there, but she's not always lived there. But even before I had like one of my best friends live there, Lee and I always kind of just said how much we'd love to live in Glenelg. And when we were buying our house, there was a few houses in Glenelg, but they all like were pretty bad on the home report, so they would have been pretty hard to buy for us, because it can be harder to get a mortgage when you've got 3s on the home report, and a lot of the houses in Glenelg at the time had a lot of 3s on the home report. So we did definitely consider it, and I would still consider it, but it's probably a little bit of a cop-out answer for what this question is trying to ask. But maybe not, because it still would be a bit like, I don't know, it would be weird for me to like not be on Skye anymore, because I do feel quite settled and integrated here, but I also feel very lucky to be quite, yeah, like know a lot of people in Glenelg, and when I go to the pub see a lot of faces and can catch up with a lot of people, which is so nice. I think if Lee were to answer that question, he would probably say St Andrews. I've got this Kiehl's moisturiser left, so I'm trying to like clear out my skincare, because I'm at like the kind of last little scrapings of a few and haven't actually got around to finishing them, so we're on the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream this eve. But yeah, I reckon Lee would say St Andrews. I honestly just don't know. Out with like the Skye and the Kelsh area, where I'd say I feel so rooted and settled here just now, I can't imagine saying anywhere else. But all that being said, I also don't know if the village we're in now is like forever home village. And it's weird, because I definitely like plan around what I want to do with this house just without thinking it's short term. I just don't know if in reality it is. There's a few things that just make it not feel like somewhere I want to be forever. But then I also don't know if we'd get a sea and mountain view anywhere else on the island. You probably would, but like I just haven't seen any houses like that come up. I do check Zoopla like every day. Not that we're moving anytime soon, like we will be here for quite a while, but I'm just constantly kind of like scoping the market and thinking about next steps. But I do see us doing a lot of work to this house, and being here for a long time. I cannot leave this house without putting like an extension on that harnesses the mountain view. I was looking at the sunrise this morning thinking I just need to be sitting inside with a coffee right now, enjoying the sunrise, but there's not a single window that you can like sit at and do that. Maybe the back porch, literally, where our freezer is, would be the spot to like make that a little, I don't know, conservatory, but it's so small you'd only fit one chair. But I just need to do that. I just think what a project that would be, creating that space. So I see that on the cards, but I don't think where we are on the island will be where we are on the island forever. There's definitely a few villages that I dream of being in. But then also there's a few really amazing things about where we are that just make it so brilliant and like ideal for us right now. But anyway, thank you so much for watching today. I've had a lovely day. I'm so happy with my hair and not as happy with my crochet Christmas bauble. I literally was so bad at crochet when I done it. Last winter I went to that place where we were for the crochet class for knitting classes every Monday, I think it was, and I took to knitting well, but I just never took to crochet. So the writing was on the wall. I don't know why I decided, well, I do know why I decided to sign up, because I was there with 3 of my friends and it was just a really nice night out. Also, people did say in the last video that they do really like kind of prompt questions, because some people are a bit shy about what to comment, but they still have to comment. That is something I have noticed on YouTube, how beautiful and amazing all of your comments are. So appreciated. So A, comment whatever you want to comment, because I love reading whatever you want to say. B, let me know your favourite craft. I feel like it's been a crafty day, and my favourite craft is definitely knitting. I think after tonight I'm like, no more crochet. If you don't want to tell me your favourite craft, leave the little yarn emoji. It's a hard one to find, but then I'll know you've got to the end and you've went looking for that emoji, so you're a real one. And I'll see you tomorrow for a very chilled out, perhaps boring, but I know you guys like a cozy day at home, so that's what we're up to. And then off to Glenelg in the evening for a quiz. So I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Oiva.